When you've had cancer, one of the things you need to readdress is your diet.
If I could say, have only black chocolate on a Wednesday and only cabbage on a Sunday and then you'll never get cancer again, then I would, but it's not true. So a boring, sensible diet, what the government suggests, if you eat a good diet like that, with the odd treat, because it's important to have the odd treat, then that's what will be the best way to work forward wherever you are in your cancer diagnosis and whatever treatments that you're having.
Yeah, so vegetable and a lot of fruit. First, the 3 minutes तक तो मैं fruit मारी टी जड़ी हमारी बुन लोग अपटा के ताऊ से fruit देनी रही मिकी healthy food. उस तो बाद normal.
There are lots of things you can do to help yourself. Diet and exercise are really important. Stopping smoking is important if you're a smoker. Losing weight if you're overweight is really important. And often the tendency is to say, well, why lose weight or stop smoking because it's too late now, I've got the cancer. But of course you've got a life to live after the diagnosis, and it's important to make that life better too. And actually by losing weight and stopping smoking, you can cope with the treatment better, you're fitter, you don't get the same side effects, the same fatigue. And actually there may be a benefit in terms of cancer outcomes, in terms of survival and recurrence rates, because the cancer likes situations where it's got lots of sugar to feed on, for example.
I don't drink, I don't smoke. You cannot go wrong when you start looking after yourself, when you start watching what you're eating. I'm not talking about a fat diet, I'm just saying take a look at what you're eating, because you are what you eat.
I don't smoke and I've never drunk. My weakness is food, so I'd be dishonest to sit here and say that my eating is healthy, but I think 2 out of 3 is not bad.
People control their calories in different ways. The healthiest people are the ones who don't calorie count and who have a normal diet and recognise that if they're a little bit heavier, perhaps they need to eat a little bit less. I often see people who say, but I don't eat chocolates and crisps and I don't drink alcohol, but I'm still big. Well, then they're eating too much food. And that's exactly what I say to them. A good diet is a good diet, but actually too much of a good diet is still too much food.
As you can see, I'm not skinny, so I walk like 7K or whatever it is. So find what kind of exercise works for you and do it.
I go through phases of walking, and that tends to be what helps me keep my weight off. I lost a fair amount of weight after the end of my radiotherapy deliberately, and I've managed to keep that weight off. It's to do with losing a few extra pounds, but I'm a lot smaller than I used to be.
Every day I used to go for a walk, half an hour walk every day, and that's what I was being advised by the hospital. That's what I did, and all of that helped, having your rests in the afternoon, having a cup of tea, just resting rather than keep doing things, and watching a lot of telly, which I don't get a chance to do much nowadays, but yeah.
I'd always played golf, but obviously couldn't play golf after the surgery for quite some time. Diet-wise, basically probably tried to drink a lot more water to flush the chemo and stuff through my system, but also kind of ate lots of fresh fruit and veg, and probably less red meat.
Some families don't eat meat, so make sure that you're getting enough protein in your diet. That's important, because a lot of it, particularly Asian communities, don't. A lot of them are vegan. If you're a Punjabi background, or even Gujarati background, it's just the chapatis you make, eat less of those, but eat more of the vegetables or whatever you've cooked for yourself. Brown rice is better than the chapatis. Wholemeal flour rather than white flour. All those little changes, it's about moderation. Asian sweets, very sweet indeed. Have one or a half a piece, not 5 at a time like some people will do.
It is important because if you have a good diet and a good level of exercise, then you feel better within yourself and you're healthy within yourself, which means you can cope better with the treatments that we could give. I have lots of patients who are runners and people who are cyclists. They've said, So I'm living with cancer, I need to carry on with the things that I like doing, and part of what I like doing is being fit and feeling healthy.